Hello, how's it going everyone? Hope you're doing well. How are we all today? Welcome to another live stream with yours truly. Let's grab the gear and we'll just flip the camera around. Welcome to another live stream. Live stream. My name is Cliff. I am an IRL live streamer based here in Auckland, New Zealand. I do some street photography, and basically I go around my big little city here of Auckland, show you Auckland, and take photos of what life is like here. Just trying to adjust things a little bit, and I wonder if we can get our gimbal to work today. So let's see. Okay, face tracking should be going. Nice. I'm going to be demonstrating this gimbal here called the Hohem iSteady V3. It's a new gimbal. I did an unboxing last week where I was very sick, so my apologies about that. I'm still sick, and I've got some meds from the doctor, and hopefully I'm going to be all cleared up within a few days, but I'm still at the tail end of being sick, so you know. We'll see. If I cough, I'm going to apologize now. So sorry for any coughing or any sneezing that I may do. But main thing is that we're here. I'm going to do this real world test of the Hohem iSteady V3. Now that I've had a week to sort of play with it, test the tracking like what we've got today, and take some photos. So let's actually take a photo now. Because last week I barely took any. I think I took maybe 4 photos, and none of them were really usable. I couldn't really share any of them to like Instagram or elsewhere. My preview just paused. I'm just going to bump it up. Come on. Okay, that's better. 1 moment folks, 1 moment. So I've got this gimbal for today, Hohem iSteady V3. It's not a sponsored stream or video or anything like that. I bought this gimbal with my own money. They had a special on. I told you guys about it last week, and I thought it was a pretty good deal. And it was cheaper than my last gimbal that I bought, which was only a couple months ago. Okay, alright. Let's take a photo of our gear. Let's see, f2.8. I'll tell you about my setup in a second. Just going to untether you from the charging cable. Okay, should we keep our coffee cup in the photo? Make sure I move it out of the way. Alright, you guys are going to smile. Very important. Smiling is important, otherwise the photos thing will not work. Okay. So I'll give that a moment. I also check the FTP transfer is working. Hello, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Dalaka Waimiko. Is that even remotely right? Anyway, welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. Okay. Hot off the press. Okay, it looks like things are working today. Here's your new photo. And it'll be of our gear. If you're wondering about what we're using, oops, I'm gonna need to step back again. Okay, here we go. Right, so we got the gimbal. The phone we're using today is the iPhone 11. It's not a great phone in a low light. The other phone that I've got, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, that's a much better phone in low light. But I think this one's better for the gimbal because it's lighter. And I'm still playing around with the Moblin app and just sort of putting it through its paces and really enjoying the features that it has. So I like it a lot. I'm a big fan. I do talk about Moblin in my latest video, so if you guys haven't seen it, go check out my YouTube where I've uploaded a couple of videos on live streaming, apps, how to get what I've got working, and with covered some of like the core topics, like getting streaming locally, streaming remotely, streaming with Bellbox Cloud, bonding, which I don't have active today on the Moblin because I want the photo thing to work today, and whenever I had bonding set, then it kind of interfered. Kind of like playing around with this. But I know there's a limit to how far it can sort of rotate. So this way we're okay, and then let's see, we're still okay here. What about now? We're still okay? Okay, so it looks like that's as far as I can go this way. Matt, how are you doing? How's things? Welcome to the stream. Cheers to you. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Alright, take another photo. And then you'll be able to see the tracker. Try and get this to be in focus. Nice, that's the one. Always good to hear. Also, cheer. Cheer to you. Cheer to everybody. Oh yeah, so go check out those videos on YouTube. That latest one, man, there's so many typos, little mistakes in it. I just went over it so many times, and I'm sure there's still a typo in there. Just getting all the steps right, it was a bit of a mission. So I finished it last night, and I was still rewatching, make sure everything was right and everything was working. And then I crashed, and I was supposed to stream earlier today than what I'm currently streaming. So it's a lot later than I planned to stream. And also noticed that my setup was also, I think I'm going to have to close this window because it keeps timing out. So maybe I'll have the Twitch preview open instead. 1 second, folks. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, so what I do have on here is I have a new app that I'm testing out. It has replaced IRL Chat, which was a big favorite of mine. It's a TTS chat support app that I've been using for a while. Unfortunately, the guy or the developer or whoever stopped working on it, and there hadn't been an update since I think last year for IRL Chat, and it eventually got pulled from the marketplace. It was also only available on Android as well. So if you were an iPhone, you couldn't use this app that I was promoting. I was saying, guys, you need to get this app because it's so good. And last week, I don't know if you guys were there for that, but when I live streamed, I couldn't get the TTS part of IRL Chat to work. For some reason, it kept timing out and it just wasn't working. Now, it could have been the connection for this phone, which is tethered to my hotspot. It could have been something to do with that. But that was basically the what's the word? That was the last straw. That sounds a bit dramatic, but yeah, I said, you know, it's time to move on, find something else. And a couple of folks in the chat, they did tell me about an app called IRL Link. And I'm using that today instead of IRL Chat. And it actually has a lot of the features that I like about IRL Chat. So should I show you guys? I can't do a screen share. One really good thing about this app here is that it is on both Android and iOS. So whereas IRL Chat was just Android only, you can get this app on both platforms. So if I show you, can you guys see? Oops, I think I'm pressing a button. 1 second. Right. So it looks a lot like IRL Chat. So there is a browser source section at the top, and then there's the chat portion at the bottom. So you've got those two parts, and that's one thing that I really liked about IRL Chat. Now you could swipe across, so you could chat to go from, let's say, my stream deck, which is with all these buttons here, to my activity feed. So I could see who is followed, who is whatever, and then let's see. So I've also got quick actions if I was to raid someone on Twitch. So they've got all of these sort of things that I really liked about IRL chat, and it's on the same screen as the chat. So you're not having to go in and out from one thing to the other. And there's actually quite a few other things that IRL chat didn't have. So events and notifications, they pop up in here as well, whereas a lot of that stuff didn't happen. Now this is my first time actually using it live, so I'll be able to tell you guys what I think about it. But at the moment, I'm a big fan. Are we on? Oh, okay. 1 second. Yeah, we're on our cam 1+2 scene in OBS, so I just switched it over to cam 1. So I got all these buttons here on my stream deck that I can press to switch from one thing to the other. Now my setup that I'm using today, yeah, that's right. So the setup that I've got at the moment is BellAbox Cloud from Moblin to BellAbox Cloud. So I could have bonding if I wanted with that setup, and then from let's see, from BellAbox Cloud into OBS, we've got no Alps that's handling the scene switching for us. So I can actually sort of switch from one thing to the other, loop SRT, which is what my latest video is on today. But today, yeah, we're testing out the no Alps BellAbox combination. And yeah, my stream deck does have all these buttons that can switch to different scenes. And the way no Alps works is if you accidentally press a button, is this timed out again? I really think that this SIM card, or this phone, needs its own SIM card. But that would be 3 SIM cards. It's a bit crazy. We'll see, we'll see. Anyway, we'll go back. But yeah, I'm so far a fan of this app. I like it a lot. Let's see, where's my preview gone? Okay, we'll take a few more photos because we were a bit lacking last time on the photos front, and then we could still chat if you guys have any questions about one of my YouTube videos. Let me know whether it is BellAbox based, port forwarding, loop SRT, and what else. Yeah, so there's been quite a few videos that I've covered. So once again, cheers everybody. Actually, I better finish my coffee first. In terms of the gimbal and my experimenting with it this week, one thing I've noticed, I really think the AI tracking falls apart in low light. Once it gets too dark, then it can't track you. So as good as it is, and that's why I planned to stream earlier, it does struggle once the light gets low enough. But we do have that little light on there, and I found even with that, the tracking can still struggle a bit. So ideally, it's best to use it when it's full daylight, lots of sun. I've got some news as well. So something that I told you guys about over the last couple of weeks was that with my next Twitch payout, I would take you guys up to Auckland Sky Tower. Now that's something that I've sort of been teasing for a while. Let's go up to Sky Tower. Let's go up to Sky Tower. I did get a payout. I think it was, I forget when I actually got it. So we are going to go to the Auckland Sky Tower. I considered today, but the weather, the forecast was very cloudy. Next week looks like the weather is going to be much better. So I want to put it out there. If you'd like to join me going up to the Sky Tower, then we'll be able to check out all of Auckland from up there, and it'll be good. We'll be able to take some photos. They won't be great because I don't have like an ND filter or anything like that to sort of cut the reflections of the glass, but I'll be able to show you my big little city here of Auckland from the top of Sky Tower. Now we're not going to do any crazy activities or anything like that because the Twitch payout will only basically cover entry to go up to the observation deck, and I'm not too keen on doing any sort of like sky jumps or anything like that either. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm definitely going to take you up and probably have a coffee up there too. So look out for that stream. So make sure you're followed here on Twitch and on YouTube, and look out for that notification, because I'll take you up to Sky Tower. And the next thing I'd like to do, so next Twitch payout, I don't know how long it's going to take for that, so that's where, you know, cheering and donations and subscribing, all that sort of contributes to the payout. I'm going to take you guys to the Weta Digital workshop or pop-up shop they got here in Auckland. When I looked it up before, they were okay with you bringing a camera gear through there, so if you wanted to take photos or record video, that kind of thing. So I think it'd be okay for people to live stream through there. Yeah. Let's see, just checking things. My preview did die, so I'm just going to try and get that open again. So close that window. So just to let you guys know that at a certain point, I think it's around the 45-minute mark, then I've got a timer that's going to go, and if there isn't any chat for a 10-minute period, then that's going to wrap up the stream. Now I've got a tendency of sort of going a bit too long, you know, so this will control things. I think 10 minutes without any kind of chat is, it's a sign you should probably wrap things up. So as much as I love my lurkers, I do appreciate you guys, but I think having an active chat is quite important too, and that's a sign that maybe you should wrap up stuff. So yeah, that's going to happen around 45-minute mark, and then every 10 minutes you're going to check to see if anyone has typed a message. So yeah, if I want to keep the stream going, usually my streams are about 2 hours anyway, which I think is a decent enough length, then just make sure you say something, ask a question. So it would be better if it was productive, useful, you know, rather than hi or the or anything or something silly. But those can be funny too, you know. Alright, still got to finish this coffee. Oh, maybe I should try and take some photos around here. Let's see the extent of the gimbal, how well it can track me as I move around. Let's see. So I really need a macro lens for this. It can, but you have to be inside of the app, their app. So it won't work for, well, at least at the moment, it won't work for third-party apps. So a lot of the full functionality has to be within their app, which is only useful if you're recording a video. That's where I hope, you know, they will be able to have an API or whatever's needed for. Yeah, that's why I really like this gimbal with AI tracking. Excuse me. Still got that cough. One moment, folks. Are we unmuted now? Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, so whereas most gimbals for tracking, you have to be within the first party app, whereas that's something that I've really liked about iSteady gimbals. It's like all of them had the AI tracking, I think, and when this one was announced, it was actually affordable, whereas the one that I was kind of looking at, which was the M6 I think, that's a much bigger gimbal, can handle a heavier payload, but it's bigger, you need something to put it in to carry around with it. It's not portable and light like this one, and the setup time, it takes a while to get it up and running. It's a combination of things that I really like about this gimbal with the AI tracking, and also the quick startup, the extension rod, things like that really appeal to me as an IRL live streamer, you know. So those photos popping up, I think so. And I think my preview died again. I might have to go back from using the hotspot, this one here, to putting the SIM card back in this phone, this one here. That way the preview works without a hitch, doesn't freeze or die. And also, let's see, I think the connection hotspotting to the camera was okay for memory, although it would still disconnect. So I really need either, I think when I switch cameras from this one to hopefully my next camera, the file size isn't going to be as heavy when transferring photos and stuff compared to this one here, because the files are rather large. Right, how are we going on this? So TTS is working. I did hear your message. I'm not used to the voice though. Yeah, I quite like the voice they had with IRL chat. And it doesn't seem to give you the same options. Like, from memory when I was looking at how TTS works, is they have like a shared library with that apps can tap into. Now maybe the implementation of how IRL Link does the whole TTS thing, and maybe it's just a whole other, their own voices that you can choose from. Also, when you look through the voices, I can't really tell the difference. You know, it was the listing, the way they name the TTS languages is just kind of confusing. It'll be like EN Oz, so English Australian, EN UK perhaps, but the voices sound the same, which you'd expect maybe to have like accented voices with an Australian English versus a UK English TTS, but I couldn't really tell the difference when I switched between any of them. And this one does have a male voice. I'm sure initially it was a female voice, but I didn't know. You have to actually exit out of the app and then back in again in order to hear the change in the voice, which is strange. And also with this app IRL Link, it loads before you can actually go into the app, which I find kind of annoying. You just want it to just be ready to go straight away, and maybe it does some loading in the background. So I think there's some changes they could make to this app to improve the usability, but the whole loading thing is kind of frustrating. Yeah, but overall, I think it's a pretty good replacement from IRL chat. I got little critiques here and there, but for the most part, I'm liking it so far. Maybe another critique is that I think emojis, you can hear like the code for the emojis. You type in Twitch chat, whereas I prefer to not be able to hear that. Let's see. Like I can choose an emoji. Where's my one? Hello. Yeah, welcome to the chat. A lot of links in their website. 404. Whose website was that? Oh, you mean the IRL link? It's, yeah, I understand what you mean. It just means that they haven't made a page yet. They should just not have it there, right? So it's a little unprofessional. As a web developer in a previous life, I know what the error means. I'm sure you probably do as well. Just means the page doesn't exist, so they should really get onto it, because yeah, it doesn't make you look very good. One thing about them, IRL Link, is they're actually part of a bigger group, you could say. So I think there's IRLhosting.com, IRL something else. I'm not affiliated with the guys, so this is just from my research of looking at it and trying to find out, is it just one single guy behind it? Could be, but it seems to be a bigger thing. So I've got the feeling they're going to be around for a little while. Well, that's the hope, you know. And it just won't be like the sad case of IRL chat. Great app, didn't get much or any updates, and then kind of phased away. Is it free? It is free, yeah. So I'm using it. You can support them. Let's see, I think if you want Stream Elements integration, then you can upgrade. Yes, we do love open source, and yeah, I agree. So yeah, I like the way Hello, welcome. So what I'm using now is the BellaBox Cloud service. The mobile app that I'm using is called Moblin, and you can what's the word? You can use settings from BellaBox Cloud. So if you go into the SRTLA section of BellaBox Cloud, you can create a SRTLA account, and then out of the options you can link it into a BellaBox encoder, or you can choose from, let's say, IRL Chat, IRL Pro. I mean, Moblin is the one that I'm using today. There's also Lyrics Broadcaster, and I think I'm missing one. Lyrics Broadcaster, Moblin, IRL Pro, and let's say something else. But yeah, all the big ones in IRL mobile phone streaming world. And the great thing about using BellaBox Cloud with Moblin is it gives you bonding. So I could have this link into my hotspot to improve the connection. So you have the two things. What does that say? I do have a BellaBox encoder, a box. I just need to put it together, and I kind of got held up by the card. So the SD card, is it SD card or the thing card that you load the what do you call it, the software onto the BellaBox. I had one, but the memory was too big, so it was a 64 gig, and I couldn't load or what do you call it? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, I couldn't load the software onto that because the file was too big. Speedify. Hello, welcome. Let's see, I tried it out. Speedify works great if you're using a hotspot to a phone. That's what I found. If you try and use Speedify hotspot from another phone, it doesn't work very well, unless they've improved it. And that's with my tests about 3 to 6 months, maybe longer ago. But yeah, interesting. And you'd think that it would give you, let's say, 1 + 1 double the improvement speeds, but somehow, for some reason, it just doesn't work as well when you hotspot from another phone. So just to explain that, let's say you got, hey Ray, how's it going? How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. What's going on there? Why are we sideways? Gimbal? There we go. Interesting. Well, lots of battery. I've fully charged the gimbal today, so we're okay on that front. Let's see. So I've got lots of battery on the gimbal. You alright? Charge it up here. Well, yes, very important. Me too. Ah, okay, got it. Now let's see. I did have a question. I'm just going to scroll back. Experience using Speedify. Yes, I answered that one, I think. Interesting solution. Yeah, very interesting. See how it goes for yourself. I've still got it, and let's see, Speedify. Still got it. Last time I tried it, I didn't really notice any difference from the first time I tried it. But yeah, if you've got a fast, let's say 5G hotspot, that's where I got the best results. Do you like Streamlabs or IRL Pro better? Ah, yeah, got it. Of course, very important. Me too. Which one do I like more, Streamlabs or IRL Pro? Well, personally, they're kind of two different things. Streamlabs is my go-to if everything else breaks, because within the app you've got disconnect protection, and it's quick and easy to get up and running. Sometimes, let's say you're on holiday and you don't feel like getting your home system up and running. Even let's say if you're remote in another country, and then you just got to log in, you got to do this command, do that one. Maybe you need to restart something. So it's a bit of a hassle. I don't really want to say hassle, but it's a bit of work in order to do a proper stream. Now, if you want the best stream, that's the way to go. Sometimes it's worth it for certain occasions. But if you just want something quick, easy, let's say you know you're only going to be like an hour, so there's no point in sort of getting the the real one up and running. So that's where you could just jump on Streamlabs and use that, you know. So you got their basic disconnect protection, and for the most part it's okay. So that's what I would use Streamlabs for that kind of situation. But for the most part, most of my streams I would use like IRL Pro, an app like that. At the moment I'm using Moblin on iOS because I'm still testing it out. I really like some of the features that it has. And there's some features that I can't even use. Like there's an RTMP server, so if I had a GoPro on me, then I could RTMP from that straight into the phone, or a drone. So we could switch to a scene where, you know, I take you up to the sky and fly around and stuff. So there's things like that you could do with this app that I just can't do because I don't have those things. But eventually I plan on experimenting with it. But yeah, IRL Pro for sure on Android. That's the top app. You're welcome, thank you. So that I would say is the top app on Android for IRL live streaming. That, and also you got Larix Broadcaster if you don't mind the subscription. And let's see. And then on iPhone at the moment, I'm really liking Moblin. So yeah, big fan of it. Otherwise, let's see. There's Larix Broadcaster, it's on both platforms on iPhone, and Streamcaster. I just want those other apps which are based. I think they've got the core code from Larix Broadcaster, and I'd like them to sort of add some more stuff, something new, exciting, like what I'm seeing with Moblin. Moblin, they've got all these cool features in it that I'm surprised the others haven't tried to copy. Or they say, oh, I like what they're doing, let's do our own thing, let's do this, to sort of be competitive. So that's what I'd like to see between these guys. But of course, I understand there are limited resources. There's only so much you can do with maybe the amount of people you've got, or perhaps for some of them it's just one guy. So, you know, oh, math bro, nice. Oh yeah, I've bought back some of the channel point redemptions. So if you'd like to test them out, especially there's one called Lego Me, I think, Lego My Face or something. Try that out. I'd love to see how it works. This is actually perfect because you've got my face on the screen at the moment. I'm just going to scroll back a little bit, see if I missed any other messages. I think there were quite a few. I have caught that one. Alright, try not to be homeless, yes, very important, Ray. Let's see. Pair and share stuff piqued my interest. Pair and share stuff piqued my interest. Being able to join a ton of connections into. Oh, okay, the bonding, yes. Yeah, so you can do that with Moblin, or anything with SRTLA and BellBox Cloud. So if you've got IRL Pro, you can bond with BellBox Cloud, and then if you've got Moblin, then you can use that technology too. So I would probably suggest you go that route versus Speedify, because from what I've heard, bonding works better through that kind of connection versus Speedify. For some, I don't know whether it's a technology thing or something, but from one of my friends of the channel, good old brother DJ Reminisce, he's been playing around with it, and he's said that bonding with another mobile has been great, whereas you weren't really getting what you expect bonding with two phones on Speedify. So I'd like to hear you guys thoughts on that if you're seeing similar results. If you've got BellBox Cloud, then use one of those apps. So that has you covered on both fronts. So you've got Moblin iOS and IRL Pro Android, and then if you've got BellBox Cloud, use the SRTLA connection to see if you can get that bonding. It'll just bond to whatever else you've got set up as a Wi-Fi hotspot. Let's see, scrolling through, checking. Try focus on it. Yep. So advice, thank you so much. Mathbo was redeemed. Only testing with a BellBox DJi Cosmo Pocket 3 using UVC instead of HDMI. I'm trying to suss out that's a solid solution. So let's see, a bella box, yes, I have used phone to bella box encoder, and then from that to bella box cloud service to OBS. So that's the kind of connection that I've done with a bella box, besides using like a Sony X3000 into the bella box via HDMI cable. So that I've done. The Pocket 3 is still quite new, it hasn't been out for that long, maybe a year or so, and I was seriously considering buying one, but they ran out of stock at my local store, and it was probably a good thing, because that would have set me back a bit. They ran out of the last one when I came into the store to have a look, and I went, oh okay, it's probably a blessing in disguise that they didn't have any. And then UVC, I don't know what you mean by that. UVC, I'd have to look into it instead of HDMI. So I'm guessing wirelessly, without a cable. From what I've seen on various YouTube videos, the best connection is via a cable, because the wireless can sort of cut out. But yeah, I won't be able to confirm any of that until I have my own one, you know. USB, UVC. Oh, okay. Oh, yep, got it. I know what you mean now. Yeah, I've heard it's much better if you use the cable versus wireless, but have you got one? Have you tried it? Yeah, thank you. Ah, Cosmo. I was wondering, what was Cosmo? I just went with it. Osmo. Got it. Yep. Still trying to finish this coffee. The picture probably looks really bad. How are we for noise and stuff? You're looking grainy. You look like the salt plains somewhere in the desert. Oh, something I could try out is switching the camera around. I didn't try that last week. I won't be able to read the chat off the screen though. So one thing I like about Moblin is it actually has a blackout mode, so I guess that would save on battery. Ah, well, you could do something like our friend Mitmat, what he's been doing. He has a wireless HDMI connection that he's been trying out. So it does involve having batteries on the camera and the wireless cable connected to a battery. So you've got like that bit, and then you have the receiver end of the wireless HDMI plugged into the pallet box. Fascinating stuff. I recommend you check out our friend Mitmat 4D on Twitch. So he's doing some pretty cool things, and just ask him lots of questions. Because he's always got a new thing, a new bit of gadget, new bit of gear that he's playing around with. He's trying to suss out his own ultimate IRL setup. Yes, yeah, so his name is Mitmat4D on Twitch. Bless you, bless. Da, 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 da. Yeah, so we're kind of brothers in the IRL space. There we go. Yeah, pick his brains. He streams whenever, basically, and when he streams, he's on for a while. So you just ask him anything. Hey, Mitmat. And then he'll give you a very thorough answer as well. So he won't hold back. Which is why I love tuning into his streams. So, oh, what's old Mitzi up to? What's the professor? Professor Mitzi, what's he doing now? Oh, okay, alright, I like what you're doing there. Interesting, interesting. Oh, we do have different, what's the word? Use cases. There he is, yeah, that's him. So the direction I'm kind of moving towards is something that's light and portable. That's why I'm favoring a mobile phone streaming setup like what I've got now. And that's where, you know, it is a phone and a gimbal. And then a cable which has a magnetic charging port like this. So this I can just plug into my phone if I think my phone needs a top up. I might tug on the gimbal a little bit, but then we can give it a bit of a charge. So that makes things nice and light for my setup. Osmo, HDMI, what does it say? Using Osmo HDMI, we can load. Let's see. But at the moment, well, at least for myself, oh, okay, got it. Well, if you want the simplest setup, what I'm doing with the phone is the simplest. And it could be even simpler, and that's where you just, rather than have a gimbal like what I've got, so it's doing this whole face tracking stuff, you just put a selfie stick. That's the simplest thing you could have, and it's also the lightest. Or even get rid of the selfie stick, just use your phone. It'll be shaky as, but you can just stream with that. And let's say streaming's just not for you, then you don't have to worry about investing in all this other stuff. So that's kind of what I recommend. Start out with that. And if you really love streaming, really love connecting with an audience that's live, as you're doing IRL, and you can suss out disconnect protection and all that sort of stuff, and then you could consider other options like building out a kit. Yes. Oh, okay. IRL back. Oh, really? Like a what's that? A live view. Those live views are solid. I've heard people love. If you can afford a live view, people love them. They say they just work. They're kind of like the Apple of the encoder world. But they're hell expensive, and you've got the monthly costs of having one. And yes, Moblin does have an overlay, and that's how I'm able to read the chat off the screen here. Ah, okay, Bella Box, yeah. So Bella Boxes can be very fickle, and it depends whatever hardware you're using as well. So if your friend has one of the earlier encoders, like let's say Jetson Nanos, they were very fickle, especially the 4 gig one, where you could have power issues. You need like a UPS or something to keep the power running if there's any fluctuations in power. The new ones got better, but yeah, I can feel your friend's pain because yeah, even if a cable is slightly tugged or pulled, then it just shuts down, especially with the older ones. But the new ones, as they've gotten developed, improved the technology, like Orange Pi 5, I think up to Raspberry, those seem to be a lot more stable. But yeah, I've got a friend in London who had just constant issues with Bella Box. So he's thinking, I'm just going to go back to the live view. But yeah, you're paying for that. Yeah. But so for sure, when I had a loaner, let's see, Bella Box, not Bella Box, it was a Jetson Nano 4 gig. That one, yeah, if your HDMI capture card, if it came loose, then it would shut down. If the power fluctuated at all, it would shut down. So I was constantly having issues like that, and yeah, makes things interesting, I suppose. A company did come out with a UPS, so it's like a battery that plugs into it, and then that keeps the power consistent. So that for sure you need with that model, but I guess it depends which one she has. She might have the 2 gig, which I heard was better, and also the port, even though it's micro USB, that port was better than the USB-C port. Some things like that. Let's see, just going back a little bit. DJi does not have HDMI output. Did I cover that? Okay, come get it. Yep. Got it. Orange Pi seems much better. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that's most people. You know, they don't want to have to think about it. They just want to be able to just start streaming, and then there are the technical sides of things. Of how do you start, stop your stream, all that sort of stuff as well. Whereas that's just a lot easier with a phone. Hello, how are you doing? We've just been in this one area. We should probably move around a little bit, eh? I want to try this thing out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the gimbal. So I'm just going to hold up my hand. So it's going to stop the tracking. And then we're going to turn this around. So I'm just going to... Whoops. There's the AI tracker. I'm going to turn it around so it's facing the other way. So you can either have it in selfie mode like I have now, or you can have it on the other camera, the back. Because it's low light, it is, yeah, this camera, which is on the selfie camera, it's starting to suffer. Now I'm going to switch it to the back camera, and then I'm also, so that it should be a bit better in low light, this one. Now it's going to turn the black screen on. So now the screen is off, and we'll try 1, 2, 3. Okay, so how are things? They should still be tracking. I of course can't read the chat off the screen anymore. I'm going to have to purely go off this, and also don't have my preview. So I'll try and bring up the YouTube app. Oh, this preview is way behind. So things looking a bit better now. I think in this case, I want both of them. So I'm going to bump up our aperture, open it all the way up to 1.4. You can see the histogram, it's in the middle-ish. That looks a bit too bright for me. ISO is at 500, so we're going to change our shutter speed. Get a little bit closer, see if we can focus on the water beads. I think it would be a lot more interesting if we had someone on the other side with a really, really bright jacket. Like that. Okay, first photo. What do you think? I really like that, those lines. If we had someone crossing intersection, it could look really good. The sky is blood. Alright, are we back? Are we back? Are we back? So, if you're wondering what happened there, it's because this, when I moved back or moved, it tugged on the phone and pulled it over, and then we all slid down and stuff. So sorry about that. We'll try not to do that. Now, have we finished our coffee? There's a lot of lights reflecting off. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, okay. We'll just hope that we're okay on battery, and then we'll just head out. I'll pop our charging cable away. And then still, if you have any questions, let me know. Do my best to answer those. I think one thing about the blackout mode on Moblin for this phone, the iPhone 11, is that this phone doesn't have a, what do you call it, AMOLED screen. It's still LCD. I think it was one of the last of the iPhones to have an LCD screen. So it's not properly saving on battery life on the blackout mode. But at least, let's see, what was I going to say? But at least, preview's throwing me off a little bit. I'll just turn it down. Okay, that's better. I just need to know if it's working, that's all. What was I saying? Yeah, when you hear your echo from the preview, then it can sort of throw you off a bit. So yeah, totally threw me off, and I forgot what I was talking about. But you kind of need it as well to check the audio, see if the audio is okay. Alright. We definitely finished on this. Right. So that's why you need disconnect protection. You need it for when your phone or the app stops working. It goes through a little BRB scene, and then things continue. It's also just one stream. It's not broken up into lots of different parts. So you really need that as an IRL live streamer. So let's go to no routes that switched over for us. But basically, you wouldn't have noticed the difference between no routes or Loop SRT. They both handle disconnect protection in very similar ways, even though the way they do it is kind of different. Still a bit congested. Alright, let's see if we can get a photo of this. 185, so it's going to be a bit zoomed in. Yeah, quite dark. We're going to have to open our aperture all the way up. We're at 1.4. Yeah, not sure about that. Yeah, unfortunately it's like completely dark. Got no light at all. Feels like it's been a while since I've taken a photo of it. Alright, that'll do. Let's wait for inspo. I'll just walk around a bit. See if anything piques our interest, Across the grass. Yeah, so that one little thing of tucking the phone killed the app, so it swiped out, and yeah, that's where we went to disconnect protection to help the other thing. I kind of wish at the moment we had a wider lens. Okay, how's our gimbal doing? Keeping us centered? Welcome to the chat. Let's see. Did you get the IRL link to it? I'm using it at the moment. I can hear you through the TTS. So yes, I'm liking it. I'm a bit of a fan. It'll replace IRL chat for me. I've been using that primarily as my chat support TTS app for maybe over a year, 2 years or something. And it was playing up last week. I needed a replacement, and I forget who mentioned it. I think 2 people mentioned it to me. Oh yeah, did I set that up? I don't know if I got that part working. Oh, you did? Yeah. So I know someone brought it up last week. It might have been you, and then I think someone else brought it up maybe the week before that. Kia ora, welcome. I think this is kind of pointing up a little bit. See if I can. Hello. Yeah. Wonder if it's going to track me with that. Hello. How you doing? It is a Friday night in Auckland today. Welcome everybody. Hope you're doing good. Let's see what's happening in the city. It'll be a pretty chill one today. excuse me, still sick. My apologies. I do have meds, and I'll be taking those over the weekend. Hopefully it'll be fine and completely clear of whatever I've got by next time. The earliest appointment I could get to see the doctor was Thursday. I was kind of hoping it would be earlier, so that would be fully cleared up by now, you know. Ah, it's a nice little bush. Hello. Let's see, doing good. Gimbal does seem just, yeah, I know, it's kind of weird, eh? I think it was when I initially set up the gimbal, I had the cable plugged in, so it threw off what should be flat. Or maybe I just needed to, what do you call it? Reset it. Trying to hold it up a little bit. No, it's still aiming up. That's kind of odd. Oh. Let's try this way. Now, are you going to point down, or are you still... Yeah, I think I needed to redo it right at the beginning before I started streaming. Okay, let's go for a little walk. Oh yeah, so just as a reminder guys, next week, well, I think it'll be next week, could be the week after, but I do plan on taking you guys up to Sky Tower. We've been past a lot, but we haven't actually live streamed from there before. So I really want to show you guys the view from up there. And the weather next week is supposedly going to be really nice. So I think that'll be a good change of things, you know. I'll try and take some photos up there, but tonight. I'm not sure how well they'll turn out. I think I need a like an ND filter or a polarizer filter, really, for those to cut through the glass, and I don't have one. I'll just try and make do with what we've got. I think it'll just be good, just sort of take you somewhere a little bit different, you know. Okay, alright. Hopefully we're going to have some decent photos today. I think we're still just warming up. Try not to get run over, very important, you know. Hold off the press. Okay, new photo. See, trying to avoid the music. Otherwise YouTube gods, they'll be after us. Get into trouble. Okay, I think I'm going to turn it around here. Ah, thank you. Let's see. So let's try switch it over back here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go back to this angle. That way I can actually see the composition. I know the quality isn't as good. Thanks. Oh, actually, I need to switch the thing around. Switch it back to B. Oh, so okay, simple. There we go. Shall I look at some YouTube questions? I got a couple really good ones. Let's see. I'd love to be able to show them on screen, but we can't do that at the moment. So, but we'll figure it out. Let's see. So someone asked me whether my video on the easiest IRL live streaming setup, if using Streamlabs mobile, can stream to Facebook Live. And I haven't done that personally, but it is an option. You can choose it from one of the streaming platforms. So all you need to do is just choose that, log in, and then give it a go. Yeah, I'd be curious to know like what features it supports. But the disconnect protection should work on that, which is really the main thing you need for IRL. Well, that and having a chat that you can read on screen. So yeah, it's good to have all those. Let's see, what else? There are a couple of folks who wanted to thank me for the video, so thank you everybody who found them helpful. Let's see. Okay, just trying to find a question. Oh yeah, SRT streaming, does it work in Streamlabs? What did I say? What was my response? My response was hi and not at the moment, because SRT and H265 two major things needed to follow along to the video. So Streamlabs only gives you basically RTMP and H264, and that's what most apps use to stream to a platform. So they'll need to make some big changes in order to be able to support SRT in particular. Yeah, but it works pretty well on its own. They've got that disconnect protection, which is a big one. And like I was talking about before, sometimes you just want something really easy, simple to use, and it is my go-to when all else fails. I'll just use that. Like I was going to use it today, because there's one thing in my setup today that I forgot to do, and I had it in testing mode, which I have as a button on my Stream Deck at home. So I just pressed that testing mode on and off, but I forgot that I'd left it on. So if I couldn't have remotely logged into my computer, which I want to do a video on, then I wouldn't have been able to stream today, because it was always in testing mode. What that means is if I press record or press start streaming, it's not going to go live. It's a bit like bandwidth test mode on Twitch, but it's global. So if you're using a service like what I am currently, Restream, to stream to both YouTube and Twitch, then it just won't go live. There's no way that I could turn it off. I didn't even have a chat command to do it. So I was going, oh no! Alright, need to change that. So there's something to keep in mind if you have a setup, or eventually have a setup like my one, is you need to be able to turn those test modes off. Whether it's bandwidth test mode, because you're kind of stuck then too. If your bandwidth test mode is on and you've you've left home, it's an hour later, and you're at the beach or wherever, you can't turn it off unless you have someone home who can do it for you, that knows what to do, etc. You know. Oh wow, I really like this pattern. It's a shadow light pattern on this pole. I'll show you. You see? It's that contrast, and it kind of looks like candy. Is it going to come out? Oh, car light is throwing it off. And let's see how that looks. It might not look as good as it does with my own eyes, you know. Okay, let's continue. Wonder what activities are happening in the city today. Oh, I hear music. Bruno Mars. It's going to get me into trouble. Maybe I have to take the different route. Oh, it's very loud too. Alright, we're going to go this way. Bruno! Avoiding the music. Something you have to do as an IRL streamer too. Kinda just don't think about it. And when it's a video, you can just edit that bit out. But live, you can't edit out live. I wonder if there's anything happening at Fort Lane. Not Fort Lane, that's back there. At another place where usually there's markets and things on. Yeah, it's not far from here. Waiting for the traffic. It's a bit busy at the moment. Should we get out this car? Why my preview audio died again? Try and get it to work. Something that I'll need to practice a bit more. Being able to put this down and taking a photo. Alright, is that okay? I probably need bigger feet for this. I just borrowed some feet from a battery grip that I had before. They're still a bit small. They're not the DJi feet that I was using last time. Okay. Just wondering. It's another random photo in the city. How's our shutter speed? It is 160 at the second, one f1.4. Hey Phil, how are you doing? Thank you. Yeah, welcome to the chat. I am I'm better. I've been sick. I was sick last time, and I'm still sick. But I think I'm much better with the meds and things that I'm taking. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Let's see. Should we continue? Or is there anything else I want to take a photo of around here? Just a little worried about the gimbal. I feel like it's going to fall over there. Just looking around, see if anything piques my interest. Nah. Carry on. Another photo. Oh, it's usually like an old school bike in this spot, but not today. Not today. It's going to continue. Wow, that's nice. Old school looking bottle shop back there. I don't think I've ever noticed it. That was all the lights are on. Not sure if you can see that. Yeah. I like this. These scaffolding. Oh. Well, that means take that photo, but it'll do. Date of days. DJi, how are you doing? How have you been? Been good? Just walking around the city, taking some photos. Also putting this gimbal through real world test. Noticed some quirks, but maybe it's just a matter of me getting used to it. So the gimbal I'm using today is the Hohem iSteady V3, and it has AI tracking. So that's a bit of a gimmick, but for me, when I'm taking photos, I can't always keep my eye on where my composition is on this phone. And it's quite handy knowing that I should be somewhat in the middle as I'm taking a photo. So yeah, I've been testing this out, and also a new chat support app on my other phone that has TTS. So that one is called IRL Link. There. How do I get the face tracking to fit both me and this phone in the same screen? So yeah, I've got my stream deck there. I can press buttons and alternate between different scenes and things, and then I can also check the activity feed. So enjoying this, and also testing the gimbal out. So far so good. How about you? What have you been up to? Anything new? Anything exciting? Ooh, bit of a breeze. At least it's not raining. Oh really? Oh no. Yeah, it's that time of the year, isn't it? How hot? What are we talking? 30 degrees Celsius? Hotter? Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, it's cold. I'm sure you can see the temperature down here somewhere. I'm gonna think it's something like 6 degrees. That's what it feels like. Oh, really? What, cool or hot? Oh. No, it's both. Yeah, that's the great thing about it. Whereas this other app I used to use called IRL Chat was just Android. This one here is available on both platforms. So this is the one I'm going to be talking about a lot. And I will have a video on it eventually when I get to that part of my series. Something that you can use to control your stream and whatnot. So yeah, I highly recommend you have a look. Some folks have been telling me about it in chat, and I downloaded it I think a week or two ago, but didn't really use it, and then someone else reminded me last week. Sorry, they were in the chat today too, and probably still there. IRL Link. So just search for that on the App Store or Google Play, and it should pop up. IRL Link. And you log in with your Twitch, and then you can read your Twitch chat, and and then the way I've got things set up is I've got my YouTube routing back to my Twitch, so I can hear YouTube chat as well. So pretty good. pretty impressed, yeah. And then you can add browser sources and things. Let me try. Yeah. Let's see, we'll switch it around. What are we doing, app? What are we doing, phone? I don't know if that's a gimbal or if that is, or what. Okay, so that's what you see initially. That's the Twitch thing. So you can change your chat to follow only, subscriber only, in mode only, slow mode. Then you can change your title. There's the title part. You can see how many viewers. Hello viewers. And then there's the chat. Whoops, there's the chat there. And you can set up TTS whether you want to turn it on or off. And then custom URLs at the top. So I've got activity and I've got my stream deck. So if I just tap one of those buttons, then I can see the activity feed, right? And then the other one is my stream deck. So that's how I control my stream, start and stop, etc. I'll have a video, well, an updated new video on that. And then you've got quick links from Twitch. So whatever, really, you can have anything in there as one of your quick links or whatever they call them in this app. So you got quick links to raid another channel, etc. on Twitch. Or you could have YouTube stuff, so really up to you. But most of these things, let's see if I can get this to flip back around again. Odd. All my stuff is upside down now. You check it out? Great, awesome. Hello, welcome. I do have a Codec script, and I don't have it with me at the moment. But for a long stream, let's say 8 hours or plus, then I would have like the grip. I could attach it to the bottom of this gimbal, and then that'll keep the gimbal charged, and then I could sort of alternate power from there to the phone, etc. But the main thing I've been using for these streams, which are generally quite short, is actually let's see if I turn the tracking back on. Is the magnetic charging. Nice.
Shall not pass! Maybe.
All good, no worries. So you can just pop you guys down for a second. Hello. Now where is my, yeah, so I've got this in my pocket. It's a magnetic charging cable that I can just plug into the phone. Thanks. Twitch only, yeah. So that's how a lot of them work, is you first patch into Twitch and then you can like you run your commands and most of the stuff through Twitch first, and then you can link it to everything else. So my current workaround is to, oh, is that good? Thank you. Oh, is that a good thing? No, so got a little bit of grainy bits on my charging cable here. I'm not sure if they're from my charging cable or something else. That's not good. I'll just put those in my pocket for now. Thank you so much. Yeah, so what I'm probably going to get around to is sharing a video on using Restream. So that's what I'm using, and what that gives me the advantages of both worlds. So I can, using the free plane that I have, I can stream to Twitch and also YouTube. It's the easiest way I've found to be able to stream to both platforms. Trying to stream to YouTube on its own is really difficult for IRL, I found, because even the way that you live stream there involves Oh, you know, did you hear that deep breath? I couldn't get streaming to work to YouTube reliably and also IRL, but through Restream it just works. I start streaming in OBS. I don't have to worry about what's that whole section in OBS that you have to worry about. So there's like manage new events, this and that, and then just trying to get around all of that stuff. Trying to stream to YouTube through OBS is really complicated, but if you just stream to Restream, no problem. And in fact, you can turn off streaming to Twitch and then just start streaming to, thank you. Oh yeah, of course. That's why I have the options. I know it. I know what it's like. IRL can be expensive, you know. You know, you've got SIM plans, and you've got gear, and then this and this and that. So in whatever way you can save a bit of money here and there, you know, I try and have the options. But sometimes you might have to go with a service like BattleBox Cloud because of, let's say, your home internet service provider. They won't allow the ports, they might be blocked, or let's say you've got a dynamic IP address, or you've got a super complicated setup that you don't have access to as an admin to the router. So there's lots of reasons why you might have to end up using a service like BattleBox Cloud because it's all external. So there's that, and at least, you know, it's just $10 a month. So you know, it's something, but still, it gives you an option too. You know? Where was I? Oh yeah. So using Restream makes streaming to YouTube a lot easier. Because then all I need is a command to start streaming OBS. That's it. And then Restream, they handle all the event stuff and all that complicated stuff that you try to stream to YouTube. So that is my current workaround. Use Restream, stream to both YouTube and Twitch. Sort of easy. And then all I need is a command to tell OBS to start streaming. And that doesn't even really need to be with it doesn't even have to be a Twitch thing. So let's say if you've got Streambot, you can link Streambot to YouTube and not necessarily use the Twitch portion, and then you could have commands that are all based to Streambot to start and stop streaming. So that's my workaround at the moment. I really think YouTube needs to make streaming for IRL live streamers easier, because the current implementation of it is just too complicated. The chat system, it only works when you're live. So for me to do any testing to do with their chat system, I have to do an unlisted stream. You can't do a private one either because the chat doesn't work in a private stream. So you have to do an unlisted stream to YouTube to test chat commands and stuff, or your bot displaying chat messages. So yeah, good times. Yeah, I hope that answers that. Now my phone is actually upside down. For some reason it flipped upside down on us, so I don't know why. And I'm trying to think what happened when it did that. There must be something to do with the gimbal. Now with the gimbal, I noticed that sometimes you might get a little red icon, and that's because it's like the weight. It may be unbalanced or something. Like I try to have a lens on my phone, and then I throw it off the balance, and then I get a little red light pop up, and then the gimbal would turn off eventually. So I don't think that's what happened there. So yeah, we're still learning. I have read and watched videos on how to use the gimbal, but there's some things that I guess you don't really know until you use it properly. So that's one part of doing this live, as we're kind of figuring the stuff out together. So far, I'm still impressed with the tracking because it has been working. Even though it's quite a bit darker, and when I was at home, it wouldn't work, stop working. Yeah, they can be finicky, especially when you try and plug in your power like this. So if I had plugged in for my phone, which was at 25%, okay, so we need to have that plugged in. Yeah, I think that's probably my biggest critique at the moment with most gimbals. is that they really need to have a charging port by the phone holder. That way, oh, the camera's this way, eh? I'm used to looking this way for the camera. Because my phone flipped upside down, it's actually over here now. Yeah, so they really need that charging port to be on the phone holder. That way you don't have it tugging on the phone. I think the only gimbal that does that at the moment is the Insta360 InstaFlow, that one. It's the only one that I know of. Whereas all the others, they don't have a charging port there. Well, yeah, that too would be awesome. But I'm still a little iffy about charging things. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be so bad if it was actually built into the phone holder and the phone holder wasn't magnetic. I've had one little critique about the DJi Osmo 6, and that is that I was walking around town getting ready to stream, and I was being rather casual with the gimbal, sort of walking with it down by my side and my phone on it, thinking, oh yeah, it'll be fine. But I bumped it and the phone came off and was sliding down the street. So I was going, oh, okay, so strong as this magnetic is, it can still come off and then your phone go flying. Or maybe if someone runs by and they take off with your phone, you go, yep, that's an Osmo 6, let's just grab the phone and run off with it. And for an expensive phone, you know, you really don't want that happening. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of the magnetic mount for phones, because from experience it has come off. But if it's just on there, you know, not doing anything crazy and waving your phone around, you'll be okay. But still, you know. But yeah, I think they should have a charger thing in there. Maybe they might not be good though, because they can make your phone pretty hot. Yeah, so maybe that's not something you want. I would still say if selfie sticks, gimbals, everything, they have a charging port up by the phone holder, then that would be a great thing to have. So just a short cable from the phone to that charging port, and then rather than how I've got my gimbal at the moment, my phone cable, charging cable, this thing here, so this is sort of hanging from my phone and the gimbal sort of tugging on the phone, right? This would just plug into the gimbal, so all I'd be doing is keeping the gimbal topped up, and then the gimbal with the short little cable is charging the phone. So I'd prefer if they did that. So that is my one sort of thing with this. It has almost everything else in my list, I think. So it has the AI tracker that works outside of the first party app. So that is a big plus for me as I'm taking photos. Or even when I just sort of put it down before, I didn't have to realign the gimbal or anything. It just sort of started focusing on me. Let's see. I love the selfie stick. I'm a fan of that. So the rod that extends out, that I like. That, which is what the Osmo Mobile 6 has. The remote control, I don't know. I don't think you really need this as a remote control, and I'm also thinking that you can lose this, which is probably what I might end up doing, is losing this, and then I've got no way to control my gimbal really. So it magnetically fits in there. I actually quite like what DJi Osmo 6 have done, or DJi have done with the latest update to the Osmo 6, and that's where you can use your, what is it, your watch to control the gimbal. So it's kind of like the remote control that this one has, but instead you use your watch instead. I don't know if they've extended that to non-Apple phones. I suppose Apple would make it easier, but it's just basically one watch system rather than multiple brands and things. But I like that. I think that's a good way of adding that feature without needing an extra bit of hardware. There's things you can kind of learn from all the companies, which is why I sort of I recommend in my latest video about port forwarding, is that you sort of watch the one on what Moblin are doing. because I'm going to be covering Moblin a lot more. Really like what it can do. Like, let's do the drawing thing. So let's say, hi, hello everyone. So I really like that you can draw on the screen. No one else has that, I think. An easy way to do that, and within the same live streaming app. Yes. Alright. Suppose we should take some more photos. I still feel like we don't have like a really great photo yet. Oh, also I want to turn on the light, because I think the light looks better when it's in its current position. So last week we had the light when it was under the phone. Today, because of what just happened, the phone's sort of upside down. The light and the AI tracker up here, above the phone. I think the light looked a little bit better when it was in that position rather than below the phone. I think one thing though is my glasses don't help. So the light, you know, you get shadows on the glasses when you wear them. Okay, alright. I'm going to save some battery, turn the light off. Okay. Now, do we need the light? What's our battery life? Oh, we only went up 1%. I think I'm going to have to plug the battery back in. So we're going to plug the charging cable back in. And if my eye line is sort of over not looking at you guys, it's because I'm not used to the camera being on the other side. So I'm going to apologize in advance for that. I'm used to the camera being over here, so I look that way, and that's also where my chat is. I'm not quite sure how to flip it upside down again. Let's try and I think if I do this, it's just going to turn it sideways. Hey, Ray. Thank you, Ray. Hold on. Oh yeah, okay. We're back to normal now. We're back over here, where it's supposed to be. Ray with the Prime sub. Thank you, Ray, for subscribing on Twitch. Appreciate it. B Squad leader. Hello, how are you doing? How's things? B Squad. Thank you guys, thank you everyone for joining me today on this Friday evening in very chilly Auckland. Things are good, that's the one. That is the one. What have you been up to? Anything exciting? I'm gonna ask that of everyone now, I think. Any plans for the weekend, folks? Any cool things happening? So next week, I'm just going to be bringing this up every now and again. We're going to be going to the Auckland Sky Tower. You can kind of see the top of it from here. So, come on, there. Auckland Sky Tower. We're going to be going up there next week. So hopefully you guys are going to join me for that. I think it'll be fun. Oh, nice. Barbecue. I miss barbecues. It's too cold here in Auckland to have a barbecue. Oh yeah. Are you gonna have ribs? Oops, battery's low again. Okay, I'm gonna try and plug you guys in. Got the battery low meter message on my phone. Are we charging? Yep, we're charging. It's hot, not well, hot enough, yeah. Yeah. Well, I wish I could give you some of my cool weather. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I've been sick for the last, oh my god, 30 degrees. Too hot. Too hot. Yeah, 26 is hot for us. And what is that? 26 would be around 80, 90 I think in Fahrenheit. Am I remotely close? Yeah, around something like that. I don't think I'd last long in Ray's country, Ray Town. To 40s, 50s, I think. Yeah, it's too much. Oh, really? In Japan? Wow. Oh, it's nice. You like that kind of weather? Okay. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Oh, quite busy out. Lots of people around. This place, Sneaky Snacky Donuts. Whoa. Are we gonna be sneaky? I don't think we should be. I think we should be good. Let's avoid the donut place. Get one. Should we have a look? We'll be sneaky. Oh, looks like they're pretty low. Gimbal down there? Oh yeah, tracking on now. Have a look. Curry pan. Japanese curry beef mince. Hot chicken. Huh? Got savory donuts. Dolce de leche. Creme brulee. Passion fruit curd, lemon curd, Oreo, and the Dolce de leche. That one I like the sample. Okay, okay. Okay. 7 New Zealand dollars, yeah, it is a lot. Oh, I was quite interested in that, the day lychee, because one of my favorite donuts of all time was called a tray lychee. I got it in New York when I was there ages ago, and it's just been on my brain since then. So anyone who goes to New York, I always ask them if they go to the donut factory, and if they can get a tray lychee. Yeah. So yeah, it's pricey. Oh no, Ray. No. What you gonna do? Man, failure paid. I ran out of money a long time ago. So oh, what's this beeping? Just take the camera in and say, "Freeze, everyone! Give me your money. Hand it over, or you'll get it." When you're holding a camera. Oh, this is going weird. I need to unplug our charging cable. Throwing off our gimbal. Come on, come on. We're like this today. 1 second. Alright, that's better. Oh, it went into standby mode. Yeah, I think I am finding that this app chews for quite a bit of battery. Because we started at 75% and it's down to 30 now. It was on 25%. So you really need to, well, have a decent phone, not an old one like my one, which needs a battery replacement. You're working a working a bunch. Got it. Nice. Yep. Yep. It's the times, right? It is time. Can relate, Ray, can relate. Well, hopefully, you don't have to rob a bank. It doesn't come to that and they'll find you on the news. Trying to rob a bank with your camera. All jokes, of course. And you figure something out. I don't have an answer for that. They can relate. Times are tough, you know. Okay, what else do we have in chat? Everything is pricey, indeed. There are other options. I think it's because that is like a small boutique. That's why you know, their prices were a bit higher. Or maybe it's just the expensive donuts left, and all the cheap ones they all ran all out. What? Well, yeah, there you go. There you go. Problem solved. Why didn't I think of that? Which way do we want to go? Should we go? Ah, no, I'll go the other way. Ta-ta. Yeah, take more photos. How's our photos so far? Should we have a look at the gallery? I'm thinking they're all like 2 out of 5 so far, but who knows? Let's see. Our thoughts on the photos. Oh, back to 20% battery again. Oh, I should have put it in low power mode. Alright, I'm going to try and plug you in. Okay, let's continue. Oh, you do? Thank you, Ray. This is what I call slideshow mode, and the way it works is it just loops through all the photos, and if you exit out of it, hit push. Yeah, I should have gotten closer, but I was just vibing with the chat. I got a feeling that guy would have been keen on the photo too. There's definitely being it was being a bit noisy with the engine and everything. That's where you want the holy moly. Skytail's looking pretty good. Look at the colours. Well, we are going there, so we should grab a photo of it, right? Okay. Alright, let's see. One-handed, gonna be a bit hard. Alright, this will do. I don't know how sharp and focused that'll be. Probably not great. Now I'm going to let the slideshow loop around a couple of times.
I can understand there's girls around.
So that photo should pop up in the slideshow. What do we think of these photos? Have we looped around yet? So back to the beginning, maybe after this loop. So 1 of 9 photos. Did the count increase or is it still the same? So we're at 2 of 9. Camera 4 ah yeah, there's bush, so it was 5 of 9. Six. Oh, okay, you know, nice. It's pretty nice, eh? Yeah, so I was going, oh, okay, it's pretty nice looking bush. Bit of a fan. Hey! Holy US dollars. Too much. Oh, it hasn't popped up. Now after this loop maybe. So it should be 1 of 10 photos now. No, okay, alright. Hasn't popped up, which probably means our photo thing has died. Let's check the camera. Ah no, we've gone topsy-turvy again. That is definitely because of this charging cable. It doesn't like that plugged in. I was not a fan of that. Okay. Alright, give it another go. Failed to connect to FTP server. Yep. Might have to restart our hotspot. Connecting? Come on. Alright, yeah, I think the DHCP server failed on the hotspot, so we have to restart it. Okay, in the meantime, we'll just go for a walk up the street here that I'm currently on. Have a look around, see if there's something cool. Ooh, that's nice. Second restaurant back there. Just restarting the hotspot. Thing is, whenever I do that, this phone here stops working. Starting, okay. So I'll just pop that away. Okay. And then my drive mode has also changed. So when you go to single shooting, we do not want it in anything else. Sweet. Then FTP transfer. So like the... Oh, I missed something. Oh, Twisters. Okay. You liked it, but the first one was better. Yeah, don't they rehash the main storyline of the original anyway? So it's just kind of nothing really new. Oh, that's good to hear. What do the kids think? Wait, who's that? Low power mode. Oh, okay. Well, it's hard to beat the original. Different story, got it. Ray likes it. So overall, good movie, not as good as the original. It's not bad. You know, it takes a lot to improve on, or at least have a good movie from the original. I think I will watch that, but I don't need to see it at the cinema. I can wait for it to be online. Oh, how about tracking? There we go. It's a bit dark around here. I'll just turn the light on.
Just over 100 people in
Now the light is on the bottom. It's not up here anymore. My preview stop again. Ah, man. I think I might have to go back to having the SIM card in my other phone. Yeah, rather than using hotspot. There's this preview that I'm listening to keeps pausing, keeps stopping, and yeah, it could be because of a connection issue, something like that. You kind of really need that always working, just to monitor your audio. So just sort of looking around. Do you want to hop you guys down for a bit? Just for a sec. Oh, okay, I've got the Hare Krishna people. They're out. Oh, okay. It'd be just everything else, right? The damage that's happening around it. And or even the bits and things that they throw it around. Hey, wasn't this chat moving? Hey? What? 20 gifted... hold on. Am I reading that right? Gifted 20 tier 1 subs. Are you serious? Wally? Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad they helped. I know I struggled with it. I'm still struggling with it. It's an ongoing learning experience. Thank you. Thank you for the gifted. I'm sure everyone appreciates it. So I think sometimes gifteds are sent to people who may not be in chat right now. So yeah, I'm sure they're all very thankful. You're too kind. Thanks so much. You're the best. Well, Stay tuned, more videos are coming. I've only sort of covered really the basics, what you need to get going. Yeah, thank you, Chloe. And I'm going to get more into other things that can just improve the overall experience. So at the moment with my videos, if you're watching the new series, we've got enough there to be able to start streaming to a platform. And you know, you can start, stop, control your stream. But then there's some things that I mentioned that, like let's say being able to have, like share your screen gameplay on your camera. But if you've got no else, you're not really able to jump to between tabs. So various other things like that. So just to improve on what you've already got, or you know, really if what you're what I've already uploaded is more than enough, then great, awesome. But definitely more to come. And thank you, thanks so much for that. I had some other comments there. Let me check. I think we're still talking twisters. Thank you. Different story. For the sake. Yeah. I heard the special effects in some parts weren't as good as the previous movie. It's weird that, eh? So weird. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, there we go. Awesome. I plan on going to Korea as well next year. Any suggestions, recommendations? What about internet? How did you find the internet situation? Europe, I've been to London. Food is so good. Yes. I watch a lot of BTS. So someone in my household is a really big fan of them, so they watch all the episodes. There's a lot of cooking and eating in their shows, so I'm just really looking forward to that part of the trip, if I can pull all the money together for it. But yeah, I plan to stream that when I go over as well. So looking forward to it. Yeah, Korean food from Korea. Heard it tastes so much better. Oh, okay. Thank you, Polly. Oh, BTS as in the Bang Boys? It's a K-pop music group, boy band. It is, yeah. But they also have TV shows. You see, okay, got it. So BTS, they have a lot of entertainment shows where they go around and cook food. I'm currently watching something called BTS in the Soup, and that's where during COVID they went out to this kind of like holiday retreat, and they spend most of the time there eating. So they're talking about what are we going to have for lunch, what are we going to have for dinner, what are we going to have for this, what are we going to have for that. So that is a big part of that show. They had other activities, but I think the food part is something we can all relate to. So they would make their homemade versions of these luxurious meals that they would normally have in a hotel or whatever. And yeah, I'm like, ooh, what is that? I don't know what that is. It's in New Zealand. Oh yeah, I love Korean food. So here we really get like barbecued Korean, like barbecued chicken and I'm drawing a blank now, but that's kind of one of my favorites. You get fried chicken and japchae bob, so that's another favorite. But I still think, compared to the shows I've been watching, there's so much more I didn't even know about. Oh yeah. So that was kind of like the first couple of places that came here, and then more recently we've been getting fried chicken, Korean places. So there's even a couple on the street, and one of them I really liked. I think I took you guys to it. Oh yeah. DJ Reminisce. Hey brother, how are you doing? Welcome. Oh wow! So you're no longer a Racer fan on Twitch now, Ray. So it's just Ray Cleveland everywhere? Okay. I was kind of used to Racer fan. Sorry for the coughing, guys. Ooh. Alright, okay, a bit of consistency. I wish I could have nailed Cliff Creates everywhere. I'm trying to think of a different name that I could get on every platform. Yeah, congrats. Hello DJ Reminisce, hi everyone, hope you're all doing good. Welcome to the stream. We've been walking around my big little city here of Auckland, experimenting with the new gimbal and also this new app. So I don't know if you caught that part of the stream, DJ Reminisce. Yeah, identify his name, that's the one. So this app that I'm using as my chat support app is called IRL Link. Highly recommend you guys check it out. It is on par with my old one, which was an IRL chat. That was only Android, but this one here is available both on Android and iOS, and I really like it. See, I could even see the notifications of the gifted subs we had. IRL Link, yeah. IRL Link. So yeah, even events and things pop up in here, which they didn't on the other one. Yep, I'm a fan. Check it out. It does most of what I like about IRL chat. The TTS, I can hear you guys. I think it does play emotes, so maybe I wish the TTS could filter out emotes from being read out. And unlike IRL chat, there's no mute button from what I can tell. But yeah, these are only just little minor things. Oh, we're low on battery, we're at 5%. Am I not charging? I'm not charging either. Hold on, let's try it again. Yeah, alternative Stream Buddy, alternative to IRL chat, what's real-time chat, and so far I'm really liking it, because one of the main critiques about most of the other apps is that you couldn't have both your browser sources and your chat on the same screen. You often had to go in and out of different apps or different screens. So here I'm able to control my stream and also read chat at the same time. And the only one that I knew of that could do that was IRL chat. Most of the other ones didn't. If you were to go try and bring up your Stream Deck or a different one of these things, quick actions, you can, yeah. Mossy, hello. Yeah, you can. So you can. In fact, I think that's one of the first things it suggests you do is to sign into your Twitch, and it's a free app. Doesn't cost anything. You can subscribe, and all that does is add stream elements as I don't know what the stream elements bit does. Maybe alerts and things. But yeah, I really like it. So there's my what do they call it? Quick links, and also my Stream Deck, and then I got my activity feed. So I don't even really need that because the activity that I got in here was heaps. Stream a lot alerts or stream elements alerts. I've got a combination of a few things. So I'm using, what did I say? I am using StreamerBot. I am using alerts. I forget which one I'm using for the emojis that pop up on screen. I think there may be stream elements or could be stream labs, but I kind of pick and choose which parts I want. Cool beans. Raised indoor bike park? In Clear. Okay. I visited someday in Clearman. That's the one. You say, hey. Hey, what do you say when you go in there? What's the first thing you say when you go to places that's got your name? So alert sounds. I think all I really have for alert sounds is my redemptions. So if you were to redeem something like a boom or mic drop, so that is basically, it's a video. Yeah. Oh, good. No, I stream people in real time. Yeah. So that's something I noticed as well. I was thinking, wait a minute, why am I getting ads for my own stream when I was watching the preview? And what's that, Stream Buddy? Yeah, when I was stream one of those apps. So I said, oh no, I can't use this. It's too annoying. And I think that's how they're monetizing the apps, is with the ads. Which is not a bad idea. Although I'd rather it play the ads before you start streaming. So right at the beginning it just plays like a 1 minute ad, That way it's not interfering with your stream. So that I wouldn't mind. Or let's say if you want to go to settings, it plays an ad for 30 seconds or whatever, and then you go into your settings. So something that doesn't actually interrupt your stream. And having an ad play while you're streaming is super annoying. So that would probably be my critique on that app, which I forget. Was that Stream Buddy or real-time chat? It does that. But I really liked that they had that preview window inside of the app. And there was one thing that I was sort of wanting IRL chat to have, and something I hope they could add into this without the ads. Put a window where you can watch your stream inside of this, and have it playing in the. Oh, it's real time chat. Yeah. So I like the preview. I just don't like the ads. Because if you click on their window for the preview, it doesn't open out. It doesn't open a browser window or whatever. Very clever photography. 7 hits or 2 you. Huh? Oh, okay. Well, that's great. You'd want it to, right? I don't think there'd be too many other Ray Cleveland photographies out there in the world. Maybe 1 or 2. I wouldn't expect it to be. Is there? Are there lots of other Ray Clevelands that do photography? Ray, you should know. Have you looked it up? Anyway, that's great that you have it. You've got your name. It's secured. I think the only place I didn't have Cliff Crate secured was on Twitter, or X as it's called now. Oh, nice. Nice. What's the new business, Ray? Tell us about it. Is that what it is? So what is it? Is it your own business? Is it something that you signed up to? And yeah, true. I'm sure there is. There's got to be. There has got to be. But I also array Cleveland in Cleveland. Wouldn't that be weird? Oh, nice. Okay. Partnerships can be tricky. Oops, I'm getting a gimbal warning. It's probably because of my charging cable. Nice! Sports portraits take over the market. I like it. Yeah. Quality. Thank you for those gifteds. Thank you. Yeah, it means a lot. Nice. Yeah, so I guess, oh yeah, I mentioned it before. My next Twitch payout I will use towards go to the weather workshop place they've got here. It's a pop-up shop in Auckland, and I've been past it. I've taken you guys to the shop, but it's like an experience. You walk through it, and they have various displays and activities. You can take photos and record video in there. I like the one in Wellington, so that's something I want to take you guys to, and that'll be the next Twitch payout. I don't know how long that's going to take. Usually it takes me a couple of months to get, what is my threshold, $50? So if you guys could watch those ads. One of our planes to Tucson? What did I miss? Did I miss something? Okay, nice. Oh, we're low on battery. Whoa, we're 0. Uh-oh, hold on. We're at 0 battery now. Okay, we might be out of juice. 1 second, guys. Our phone is charging, but I have to sit here for a little while. Or the stream might end. If the stream ends, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, there's plenty of power on this. Yeah, it's just that we're at 0 power now, according to this, according to Moblin. So we might just end up wrapping up. I did want to go a little bit longer though. Let's see. Philippine. A water bomber. I have no idea what you're talking about there. I may have lost what we're happening in chat, or what we were talking about. Let's see. Yep. Thank you for good stuff. Reading the messages. One of our planes. Yep. Lightning at the airplane. Okay. So you guys just chatting to each other. Sweet ass. Okay. Nice. Our schedule at the moment is Fridays. If I can increase the average view time, because my average view is roughly around 50. Hey, turn back on. 50, roughly around 5 to 10 average viewers. So if we can get that a bit higher, then I'll increase the amount of streams I do a week. So I would need to, let's say 25, just a random number. If we can get that to an average viewers of 25, then I'll do an extra day a week. But at the moment, I think we're okay with the 1 day a week, and it also gives me time to edit the videos that I'm working on for YouTube. It just takes so much work, so much time to put those together, all the B-roll, all the editing, and eventually I want to be able to have a much simpler format. So yeah, currently Fridays afternoon from about, let's say, 2 p.m. but I can't guarantee it would always be 2 p.m. at 3, 4, 5. It just depends what other things I have for that day, etc. You're welcome. But yeah, Friday, New Zealand standard time afternoons. Cool. Alright, so we're back up to 5% on battery. So we avoided the phone shutting off. We just need to keep it powered. I don't think I can move. I have to, because whenever I move, it sort of pulls on the charging cable. So maybe we'll be okay here for a little bit. Try and get the battery up a little bit higher. So keep the tracking working here. Fortunately, there's not much here to take photos of, I think. I wanted to try and get a really good photo. Not feeling it here. Okay, good to know. Thank you so much. Which ones have you found more helpful? Is it the Bella box setup with no ALPs, or is it the port forwarding setup with Loop SRT and Moblin, also OBS Blade? So there's quite a lot in those two directions that I cover. I'm quite curious, and I'm keeping tabs on view numbers too. But yeah, for sure the easiest one, if you don't mind the monthly cost, is the Bella box setup. It's so much simpler, easier to get up and running. Even to just explain it, was the port forwarding stuff, it can get pretty hard. In fact, the video that I uploaded last night, it could have been 3 videos. And in fact, there's still one other bit I was going to put into it, but that would have made it a 20-minute video, which I think is just too long. And there's no way I would have had it finished this week. So in my latest video, I talk about Loop SRT and how to get disconnect protection working with that kind of setup, port forwarding, Loop SRT, and also how to control your stream using OBS Blade and Moblin, which is the app I'm using today. Actually, I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if OBS is going to pop up in here. So remote connection is not. Oh, I haven't set up remote control in this stream setting that I've got for today's one. So I could have sort of looked around my OBS setup, different scenes and stuff. Have a look. Okay, right, all good, no worries. Let's see. Photo. Oh, got it. Okay, awesome. Oh, that's an older series. So one thing I for sure have to do is a streamer bot. I've got to redo that whole section. But I'm assuming you got it to work even with updates. Streamer bot? Yeah. Ah, okay. So I plan on doing an updated version of the StreamerBot video, but I kind of need both sets of videos that I'm currently working on, or the paths. So I've got a set of new videos where I cover Balabox Cloud, no Alps, so that is there, updated versions, and some new info that you probably don't know about. And if you haven't checked out my latest Balabox video, then have a look, because I cover bonding in that one. Do you have that working? Ah, yeah. Ah, yes, tricky stuff. PC sound, right. So yeah, when I did a new set of videos based on what I covered before, yeah, I wanted to add something different or some new things that I haven't covered before. So bonding was one that I didn't, so I said, oh, okay, so anyone who'd watched my older videos, there's something new for them. So you could probably maybe even skip around a little bit, but for sure, yeah, bonding is in there, and that is bonding Balabox Cloud, whether you're on Android or iOS. Yes. So something new regardless of whatever system you're on, and that is an approach that I'm taking with this new series of videos as well. Yeah. Whereas before the videos were all very specific, mainly towards a Windows computer and maybe iPhone. Whereas now I'm trying to make it a bit more, what's the word? More open. I don't think that's the word that I was after. Regardless of whether you're on iOS, Android, if you're Windows and Mac, there should be something that you can take from the latest set of videos. Although the Mac part's harder for me because I don't have a working Mac that I can check things. I just have to go with what people tell me. If they've given it a go and said, oh no, actually this bit was a little bit different, or this or that. Yeah, check out new videos. So where I'm at the moment is we covered new stuff on Balabox Cloud, no Alps. From that set of videos, I'm going to have a new set of videos on StreamerBot. Oh yeah, okay. So using an iPhone now, and this new app called Moblin, which I really like. I'll show you one of the new things. I'm not sure if you saw this. One of the new things you can do with this one. So let's see. That is my beautiful writing. Thanks for the... Oh my god, my writing is so bad. And that's what it looked like on a pen and paper as well. My writing is terrible. Terrible. Thank you so much. You're welcome, you're welcome. So yeah, this app is iPhone. And they're doing some really different stuff from what Larry's Broadcaster and the others are doing. So all of them, and I don't mean that in a bad way, they have a very similar way of working. So let's see, it's a couple of things. I do cover it in some of the videos already. So one thing I like of their settings system, you can actually jump into settings while you're streaming, whereas you can't do that with most of the other apps. You actually have to stop streaming, then go into the settings. Now there's some things that you can't do when you're in the settings, but for the most part you can go into the settings, you can adjust certain things. The actual stream you can't do because that's kind of locked in when you've started streaming. Like for example, let's see, so I can go into the settings now, I can look at the chat settings, I can make some changes there, change the chat that I'm reading on screen to change the font size, where the usernames are in bold, etc. So I can adjust those as I'm in the settings. So it's something maybe you can't do with like Larry's. And then, oh yeah, if you've got a drone, or let's say a GoPro, this has an RTMP server built into it, so you can actually stream from a drone straight into this app. Now, I don't know of any other IRL live apps that do that except for this one. So yeah, anything that has RTMP out, you can go from that into this app, and it's an iPhone app. So think drone, GoPro, what else does RTMP? Maybe a nice camera. Let's say you've got something like a yes, thank you for the gift. It's up. Quality, thank you. Let's see. Yeah, and also you can link it to a gimbal too, but I'm not sure how that works. And yeah, so there's some parts I'm not too sure about, haven't tested. Let's see, what else? Game control. Oh yeah. Also, let's say you've got a watch. Math bro, yeah. Let's say you've got an Apple Watch. You can actually read the chat off of that because it's linked to this app, and you can control this app with another phone. So there's lots of things, pretty exciting things I think, that you can do with this that you can't do with the others. Like being able to read your chat off your watch. I think that's awesome. Whereas most of us, you know, we have to use an app like this. Hello from New Zealand. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so like for the most part, I would need to use an app or another phone like this to be able to read chat. But with Moblin and with an Apple Watch, you could read the chat off your phone, off your watch like this. And then there's certain things you can do with that to control your stream. So it's stuff like that I find really interesting. Now the Larix does have a couple of advantages that most of the others can't do. Okay. So one thing about that is it is like an Apple Watch app. Kawaii freak, how are you doing? Yeah, so it is an Apple Watch app from the same people. That's why it can, you know, communicate and work. Yeah, picture-in-picture, that mode is one thing I think Larix can do, the other ones can't. So IRL Pro can't. It's there, but they've turned it off. And so multi-picture mode. That's one thing that this app Moblin doesn't have it at the moment. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping that more of these other apps will have that. But it's also quite nice that you've got some sort of competitive differences. The good thing about Moblin, at least for now, is that it's free, so you can try it out. It just takes a little bit of a learning curve to use it versus, you know, the other ones. Sure. Sure. How are you doing? Oh yeah. So let's see. I'm just trying to think which other apps can do that. You generally have to have two different phones to get two different views, so that's one way. Larix Broadcaster on both platforms, and then Streamcaster and Streamcast Pro, they don't have it, I'm pretty sure. Or you have to stop, go into the settings, then start your stream again. So yeah, Larix does some stuff that are really nice still. It's just that at the moment, I can't really demonstrate any of its features because they're all premium, all the good ones, like HD65 and oh, we're back at 0 again for battery. Oh man, I was hoping we could move from the spot. I'm just try unplugging and then plug it back in again. You're welcome. I was a bit late. What about the one before that? Yeah, it's just more in the middle. I could crop in from the top right hand side. Oh, I know. Let's do a draw. Frame within a frame. Okay. That I like. Let's have a frame there. How's the audio been? There's our new microphone. Right there. I've got a Windjammer on there. I got some double-sided tape and a rubber band holding this on. I like how there's no more cables here anymore. The cables would always get in the way. Whereas before, I would have a cable, I'd be like, hey guys. And then the cable would be running under my jacket and be up over there. Yeah, I like how I'll be able to have you guys sit up there, continue talking, take a photo, like that. So you guys get to see the third person view. How did it turn out though? It's okay, it's alright. My phone's getting all wet. I don't know how waterproof our dongle is, our receiver. I'm going to assume not very waterproof. Thank you all. Hope you have a good day, good night wherever you are in the world. And I'll catch you later. Hello. How's it going? I'm going to head out, take some photos, do some street photography. In fact, let's do a test to make sure things are working with the FTP, what I call live photos. I'll take a photo of our setup here. Let's see. Go check it out. Check out Hyena's Instagram. Very cool stuff. So if that works, I think that should be on this side. I actually hate the dab thing, but it kind of works. Grab our Sony A7 III with the 35mm f1.4 G Master. Fantastic combo. This thing here, if you're wondering what this is, because I get asked about it quite a bit. Someone say, hey, what's that thing? This is a magnetic mount. I've been talking very highly of this system. It's from a company called Ulanzi, not sponsored. I'm a real big fan. What I've got you guys on is a little tripod. It's got that magnetic mount as well, so I can just take you guys off that magnetic mount and pop you onto the top of this camera. Well, I've also got one right here on my chest mount. It's just a really quick way to go from one thing to the other, and I just love it. Yeah, big fan. But if you're thinking about investing into the same system, hey, where's my... I think I'm missing something. Missing my lens hood. I hope that... yeah, okay. Okay, let's pop that on. Very important, very important. If you are thinking about investing in that system, I would recommend going with one from the same company, Ulanzi. They have a pack or kit, a system called the Go Quick 2. In my opinion, a better version of this one. They look almost identical, but the mounts aren't compatible. And this is kind of its own isolated thing. So if you just want like two of these, 1, 2, and that's it, then this is fine. And this one's called the GP4. But yeah, if you're wanting more accessories, then I would say go with the other one, Go Quick 2 instead. I think very highly of the company because I bought a few things from them, including this little microphone, which I've got hidden in here. It's a wireless microphone called the Ulanzi J12. Connected to my iPhone, you can get a version of it that connects to Android devices with a USB-C connector. I just really love what this does for me as a streamer, as someone who makes YouTube videos. I've got the camera a lot further away than what I would have had it with the old scarf mic. You guys might remember that. Got the scarf mic and I'm tethered, got a cable running from where my microphone was to the phone, so I really couldn't put it at a distance like what we've got the phone now. It just frees up the hands. I think the only downside to it is for the iPhone. It is for USB-C, so if I was ever to go to something else like this camera, then it's not compatible with this. Okay, let's go. Alright, so I'm putting you guys onto this one. So we have the other option of on top of the camera. That's if I wanted to show you the view that the camera sees. But this one here on the chest mount is better so you can see me taking the photo. And then we can put this one down if we have it like a third person view. How you doing, Ray? Welcome to the chat. This is not going to be a great photo, but we'll just try this. Oh, flying pigeons. Try another photo. Okay, drive mode single. One low burst, go high. Let's see. I'll just walk right through them and they'll just fly away. Oh Jesus, I bumped into one of them away. Watch out, pigeon. Okay, let's see. I'll just have a quick preview of my one. Oh yeah, look at that one. Whoa, that one looks pretty cool. It's too bad it wasn't a little bit lower and pointing the camera up to get more of the light in. Otherwise, yeah, pretty cool. Nice. I do like this artwork. So there's maybe people walking past it. Oh, here we go. Ah, it's okay. Sure would have been better for our photo. Hot Octopus. It's a good camera. I've got it maybe a little over a year ago. I'm really happy with it. Upgraded from the GH5. Still feels a bit small. I've got big hands and my fingers don't cover the grip, you know. Ideally if it's just a little bit taller, it'd be much better. But I've gotten used to it. Like if I had the focus on the fence with the crowds of people out of focus, then that could be interesting. Or maybe of the feet, you know, people in a big group walking together. And I think that's been an interesting type of photo that I've taken. But I'm just thinking if I tried, I'd get into trouble. Excuse me, sir. Hello, welcome back everybody. Just waiting for my preview to catch up. Are we good? My preview is still way behind. Okay, we are back, but our battery still hasn't improved much. We were at 0 and now we're back up to 5%, but I'm thinking that means we're gonna end it soon. But yeah, thank you for waiting, folks. We've moved from where we were before over to RTS Square, which is only about like a 2-minute walk. And I guess we should probably wrap up things before the phone just dies. Yeah, I wish we could go a little bit longer, but it's quite nice here in Aotea. We've got the ice skating ring behind me, you see. They're playing some music which will probably get me into trouble. I'm pretty sure you could have heard it on the last one. It's a bit of an obscure song, so maybe we would have been okay with that one. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna need to replace the battery in my phone or upgrade, get something else, because this one just doesn't last very long anymore. We started at 75%, we're already down to 0. It went to 5%, then we're back to 0. So we should probably just wrap up there. Anyway, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. It's been a lot of fun. We'll get the ending sequence underway. I'm also going to see if there's anyone in my list that we can rate to on Twitch. See if anyone pops up. Yeah. Hey, you're welcome, and thank you again for those gifted subs. Thank you so much. I'll just say thank you from everybody. I still don't like what they did with the menu on quick actions for rating. It was fine the way it was before. Whoa, that was loud. Let's see. There's a couple of people who are live, who are doing IRL at the moment. I don't know. I don't know any of them either. So we might just wrap up there rather than rating. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Check the activity feed. Quite a bit happened today. I'm not sure if this is updated for us. See, we've got a couple of follows. Yeah, yeah. Welcome. Hopefully this will last until I can just say my thank yous.